Empress Bella. Welcome, welcome. This is What's the Tea with Empress B. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, okay? So the messages may or may not resonate with you. Take the messages that resonate with you in your personal situations and leave the rest, you guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend so far. Thank you guys so much for all your likes, your comments, your shares, and subscribes, okay? I greatly appreciate it. Okay, got a message like to hear it. Here it go. All right. All right, so I've been up, as y'all can see, since early 6, 7, 9 o'clock in the morning. All right, I don't know how they even came together, but I've been up since like 5. Right. All right, so I've been going through an ascension. Okay, guys, I don't know if everybody else is going through this ascension, whatever it's better, but I've been going through this ascension, right? And I've been getting a lot of downloads, being introduced to new spirit guides, Archangel Raphael, okay, because we are going to be working with Archangel Raphael, all right, today, all right, and of course, Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, and Camille, all right. Thank you so much, right? So last night, let's talk about it. I always got this, it's the tea, all right? So, heck. You can timestamp it when we start the tarot. But last night, all right, so boom, I'm just chilling, all up late night, just thinking. I'm just thinking and stuff, right? So I was up thinking, right? Um, and when I get in that mode, right, I get a lot of different downloads, and I was just kind of concerned. I'm just trying to figure out, like, for me, where at did I, Empress Bella, right? Because I am a teacher, I have to learn a lesson, so this is how I'm teaching you guys on how I do it. Okay, you can do it in another way, but whatever the case may be. But for me, I'm like, all right, where was it at that I lost uh when was I first in? Why? I was asking myself so many questions. Okay, like, why do you feel some type of way when you have to defend yourself? Why are you afraid to defend yourself? Because sometimes it's not a fear that I'm afraid to defend myself or stand up for myself, but it's a more so I'd rather keep the peace. I'm like, where the fuck that comes from, B? Because you were like, you ain't, where the sword's at, right? So I was thinking and I was thinking and I was thinking. First, I gave myself a wonderful shout out on my Facebook because after I found out this information, I just like fell more in love with myself. Like, oh my gosh, like I love you so much. Thank you. Right. So I was like, anybody on my Facebook, y'all seen me last night, saying like how I was so happy to find myself. Okay. I'm like, I wrote, I don't remember what I said. I just was like, I'm just so happy to have you in my life. I'm so happy to I have found myself, like found you. I didn't say it was, I just put unknown. But I'm so glad that I found you, and I'm so in love with you because I really am in love with myself, you guys. But not in a selfish, low vibrational way, but in a more higher respect for myself because I actually sit down and take the time out to, sort through different situations, right? So I'm just telling myself, doting on myself, telling myself how much I'm in love with myself and, stuff like that, and how like I deserve, to stand up for myself. I deserve to be happy. I deserve certain shit. So, I'm just having a little pep talk like 1, 2 in the morning shit. But as I am sitting there like, well, where did all of this come from? Right. So I'm like, all right, really think. So I asked Archangel Raphael, all right, because, we were formally introduced last night. And he's like, I found out, little information, Archangel Raphael carries the stamp. That shit is sliced the hell out of you heat up a knife, that shit's going to cut through anything like butter smooth. So he's coming to me now to help me cut through the bullshit real smooth, like without any extra fringes on the end, any extraness, So I'm like, all right, cool, and also he stands for judgment, okay, like temperance energy, judgment. He's here to bring balance, judgment on, like, period. I'm like, all right, cool, wow, it's so amazing. Let me tell you something. This flower here, it was closed, and it's so beautiful to see a flower bloom. Okay, that might be a message for somebody. Anywho, so I'm like, where did this come from? So I sat there and remember the day when I was littler. Okay, I was in my foster home. Okay, I remember. I was in. I think I lived down Southwest, West Philly. Doesn't matter. But I lived in West Philly. I think when I was littler. I know it's not. I think I know these things. But and I would get home visits. Right, my home visits started. Right, and particular time, my foster parent became pretty cool with, like my father, picking me up when he could and stuff of that nature, right? So I'm like, all right, whatever the case may be. Fast forward, right? This one in particular time, I was over at my cousin's house. Okay, my cousin was older than me. Okay, and she had kids that was my age. Okay, at the time. Okay, and I distinctly remember this. This is where I became fearful of standing up for myself. Now, hear me out, right? So my cousin, I don't know what happened. I was getting into a scuffle or a quarrel with another young lady that my littler cousins that was my age, knew. Okay. And I was defending myself with this, because they was like this little girl. I remember she was a little light skinned young lady. I remember her when we was little. I don't remember her name though. I can't, and I would never say it. But I remember we had a little fight, okay, and like everybody got mad at me, like everybody, my cousins, my sister, my even older, like everybody got mad at me for defending myself when this little girl came up and attacked me, right? And I was like 7, y'all. I'm not lying to y'all. I was like 7 years old, okay? This little girl had attacked me, right? And I got in trouble. So my cousin, she called my dad, and my dad like, oh, this is the very first and last time my father, okay, ever gave me a spanking. Okay, I got a spanking for defending myself. After the spanking, I could tell, me being intuitive even as a child, no one knew that, but I knew what was going on, right? I could tell my father was so hurt for spanking me. He was so upset because not only because my cousin, she didn't want him to spank me. She was like, don't spank her, And he like, no, to stop, da, 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 da. And I'm like, I ain't even do nothing. But they used to blame me for everything, right, y'all? It was just like I was always the black sheep, period. All right. Whether it was whatever, I was always the black sheep, period. I was favorite ever. And no. Okay. Uh but um I thinking. My father, I remember he brought me some candy afterwards. After I got my beating, he brought me candy. He brought me, I had a hug, some huggies, whatever, the little juice box, whatever, and everything kind of like died down. Everybody was just, scattered. Everybody was doing their own thing or whatever. And I was in the room crying, and I was just a little upset. Meanwhile, make a long story short, me and the little girl that I had a little scuffle with or whatever, which was my daughter, we became cool, whatever. That's a whole nother story. Now, fast forward, right? It hit me like a ton of fucking bricks, y'all. Listen to this. The epiphany I got last night on where and why I have a problem with when it comes to standing up for myself, it was because of that day. And I said, damn. I said, let me go heal that. And I ran to my younger self. I ran to childlike energy. Okay, I tell them like, and it's so fucking bananas. Let me tell you, because when I was at that age, something very supernatural happened at that age. I never told nobody. It was like I was talking. It was like a sweet. I'm gonna get into that a little later. Hold on. But I remember telling myself when I was littler, like you didn't do nothing wrong. You're gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. I remember sitting in a room. It was me now. So my future self, my adult self, right? My higher self, this shit was, it freaked me out. Already had, tried to console my child when I was a child. Does that make sense? So it's like OMG. So one, y'all, like my head just was like, okay. I seen my adult self telling my younger self, or like guiding my younger self. I used to be afraid of those spirits. Come to find out, bitch, it was me. I was the goddamn spirit. I said, ain't this about a motherfucker? Blew my shit last night. It blew me. I remember me and my cousin used to play shit in the room. One day we played with it, and we was asking questions. They answered, was I gonna die? And they said, yeah, I'm gonna die, whatever. Of course I'm gonna die. But everybody was just, oh my God, you're gonna die. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that we were all destined to die one day, right? So fast forward, right? This is what I'm telling you. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Understand what I'm trying to tell you on how you can change those old paradigms, right? Just with a mere connection. Connect yourself back to your inner child. When you have a strong connection to your inner child, you'll be able to go back and heal those things. So last night I told myself, I like I said, my inner child said, baby, listen, you can defend yourself. You was not wrong for defending yourself. That little girl put your hands on you. You did the right thing by defending yourself. I don't give a fuck if nobody else liked it. You did the right thing, right? So I had to heal myself last night, and I'm gonna get justice for that. Why? Because guess where this is the clicker. This is where I'm trying to get y'all to see something. This is where I allowed the narcissism in. I get hurt. Remember, that was the ass whooping, the hurt, the pain. That it wasn't even the pain because he ain't fucked me up. My dad is 7 feet, child. He ain't there. He would have killed me. I was so like everybody break their neck looking at my father because I always loved my father because he was just so tall and he was amazing. Like he would always have these stories for me. Okay, like he would always just tell me just random little stories about things, and I remember. Whew, there is one memory. Oh my God, I'm getting emotional. Hold up. That I will always, always remember with my father. I remember one day we were on my way back to my foster home and I was crying in the seat and he held my hand and he sung to me. My dad, he should sing, right? I'm so sorry. Hold on. Because he seen I did not want to go back to my foster home. I wanted to stay with my daddy. To me, and that song always and forever. I will always remember that song he sung to me. That always, as an adult, that had became my song. You know, it meant a lot to me. It even means a lot to me today. I love my father from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. I love my mother the same. We may not have the best relationships, but the lessons that I learned, okay, in that time, I understand. Like I understand now where I allowed the narcissist to come into my life. Because even though, like I said, that beating didn't with it, he didn't do it to destroy me. Absolutely not. And he even felt bad after he did it. It was more so calm everybody down because he had so much pressure. Because it was like I said, I was always the black sheep, and I understand the pressure that they put on my father to shun me just the way that everybody else was doing. All right, and that's just period. I don't know why. I will never understand that. But at the end of the day, there was a reason, right? Now, and it's like I even in school, it was like, oh, if you cool with her, then we not cool with you. And that was fucked up that they put that in our situation, but that was life, and that's what was supposed to happen, right? Because it made me a beautiful, strong woman, beautiful, strong, inside and out. And like I said, when I came into that realization of why and when I allowed people in my life to hurt me, okay, and then give me candy afterwards, right? Give me sweet whisper sweet nothings in my ear afterwards, as in a man or a relationship, right? It's like that was where that tear, that wound had formed, because I thought I was defending myself. I was scared to defend myself that day. I remember, because it was like everybody was mad and they was all cheering for her, even my family, my cousins and my sister. They were all cheering for the little girl because I told you they hated me since birth. Period. That's okay, right? So I remember that day. You see what I'm saying? And I remember that that's the day that I really lived out of, if that makes sense, as an adult. Because when people would come hurt me, I would accept their apology, or I would just be like, okay, well, it's all right. I understand you hurt me. Well, we can, whatever. Right? I know my father didn't intentionally do that on purpose to make me feel that way and let me to feel this way as an adult, or when get me in bad relationships. But he didn't know. All he knew that he was trying to correct the wrong. But even after he whooped my ass that day, he realized he was wrong, and he still treated me. He gave me candies and stuff like that to make it better, right? And he was always busy. He always had to work. He was always busy. My father was a working man, okay? He was not no lazy motherfucker. You hear me? Not at all. And that's what I will always remember, despite of whatever happened after that. These is the memories I'm keeping, not none of the ones that hurt. You see, I'm here to tell you guys, okay? Listen to me good. I need y'all to take a step back to remember the day that you felt some type of way, or the person that you thought was your hero, or however you look at it, right? This is going to help you to propel you forward here. I know I wasn't the favorite daughter, and if I told you, you'd be like, how, bitch, where? It was just for complexions and shit like that. You would be surprised how much racism it is in black families. But understand that I became very strong through the adversities that has happened in my life. And I want y'all to be as strong as me, or even stronger. So I tell you my truths. I don't hide nothing from none of y'all. You see, I don't hide nothing from none of y'all. And I want y'all to understand that in my heart of hearts, I remember where it happened, and I went back to it to heal it. And I say, listen, it's okay for you to defend yourself. It's okay for you to say no. Because, see, it was a trickle down effect. It wasn't just because of the actual act of the ass whooping. No, it fucked up my whole trajectory, because this was a figure in my life that I looked at as the giant. Like I idolized my father as a little girl. I always wanted to have that extra close bond. Like, my father did what he could when he could. Ain't nobody perfect, so I hold nothing against my mother or father. So you understand that. So understand, right, that once you go back to those things, because like I said, even as adults now, we don't do the right things. All of us, sometimes we fall short with our own children, right? Ain't nobody got no fucking book. They didn't give you no book, no manual on how to do this shit. It's not written nowhere, right? I need y'all to forgive your fathers and your mothers, so you can heal your mommy daddy issues. Okay? I no longer look for love outside myself. I give myself a lot of love. Right? I felt like I had to share that with you, because that situation was deep. And I no longer want to hold on to any kind of pain in my life. So I do soul searching. That's what soul searching is. Them little nights, them summer nights. I still remember. I don't care. Because see, guess what? I still remember riding on my father's shoulders, falling asleep as he carried me across. I remember things that he did. I remember we walked. I remember we was going to my auntie house one time. Excuse me, I don't say the name, child. We was going through it somewhere, and I was riding on his shoulders. I was on the top of his and he's so fucking tall, so I was terrified of heights. You understand? But he held on to me. He like, baby girl, I got you. Like, you ain't gonna fall. But understand this, right? Even though my father wasn't there all the time, I still love him. Period. I still respect him. Period. I forgive him for anything that has happened. You understand? I need y'all to get in that energy too. Remember only the good parts that happened. I done been to so many cookouts. I remember child, my father would cook the best crabs. My father is an excellent cook. This is, I need y'all to just change the way you think of things and view people. You see me? Please. It's very important that you stop thinking of only the bad. Like, I no longer want to think of what I don't want. I only want to think of what I want. And I can't hold on to negative thoughts or anything like that. And neither can you. Neither can you. So if there's a mother issue, a father issue, whatever it is, you need to look at it today. I invite you today to look at this this new moon energy that's coming along here, full moon energy in Scorpio. It's all about that transformation, that death. Things need to die, literally die off so that new things can be reborn, right? I didn't get a chance to live at home or have that bond with the family. I was an orphan all my fucking life. And that we don't have a bond, but that's okay. I create my own bond within my heart. Healing. I'm not bringing no more negative energy to the next. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not no longer in the energy of uh 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 being unforgiving, holding grudges. You understand? Do you understand? Only remember the good. You got to go heal the bad and remember how it's affecting you as an adult. Things that happen as children to us affects us as adults. And I need y'all to look at that. Take some time to look at that. All right. And where did it stem from? When did you say it was cool for somebody to start walking all over you? When did you stop standing up for yourself? I stopped at a very young age. Okay. I used to get bullied, all types of shit growing up. I wouldn't hit nobody back because I was scared. All because that one time, all because that one time when I got my ass whooped because I was defending myself. Do you see? So when you are in a situation here with your own children, my people, try not to make those same mistakes because you don't know what you're doing to them when they get older. If they're not to see things in a different light, then they're always going to be stuck. Okay? Like, I just need y'all to understand that. It's a lot of childhood wounds that's going to be healed, okay, within this week's time. Okay, I didn't know. I'm sorry, for just crying like that, but I didn't know that was gonna happen once again. But that's called a purge because that's something that I had to let go of. I didn't cry last night. I guess it just waited, whatever. But that purge, because I still remember the good. You see me? Understand that. I still remember the good. Because ain't nobody perfect. Your mother, your father, your grandfather, your grandma, nobody was perfect. Find your own closure, my collective. I tell you my story so that it can help you grow. Because I'm sure you done been through something similar. All right? And I only can teach you what I did. And like I said last night, out of nowhere, I was just like, wow, let me go heal that. Let me go tell her, like, hold up, sis. Pause, bitch. Look. Go defend yourself. What you mean? Forget all that other stuff that's still going on, right? Forget all that other shit that's still going on around you. Forget all of that. Go heal yourself, collective. It ain't nobody's job right now as an adult but for you. Stop blaming your mother. Stop blaming your father. Stop blaming that rapist. Stop blaming these people that took from you. Look at yourself and how you can heal it. And that's just period. Because we all have had things taken away from us. Ain't nobody trying to throw a fucking pity party. Stop throwing a pity party for yourself. The pain was to make you stronger, not to tear you down. So get strong, real strong right now, collective, and face those demons, face those fears that you've been hiding from. Anybody that want to heal and grow is going to listen to this and do that shit. And that's just period, y'all. Stop looking for other people to fix you. Take my words as a guide for you to go head on and look inside yourself. It ain't nobody's fault no more but yours. It was never anyone's fault. It's not even your fault. It's not a fault anymore. Stop looking at it like that. All right? Like, y'all need a whole bunch of counselors and pills to tell you what I'm telling you. I ain't got no PhD, WD 40, I don't none of that shit. The squeaky, no, I don't got none of that. But I just got the truth, and I'm gonna just tell you the truth about life. I think I'm gonna leave that right here, and then I'm gonna start another video because I think y'all just needed to hear that. Somebody needed to hear that today. Somebody needed to hear that today because today is the day. It's not tomorrow, and it wasn't yesterday. It's now. It's now. It's time for you to change now. Nobody cares about what happened in shit 15 years ago. Go heal that. Go check it. Make you feel like that now as an adult. You are in control of your lives. I need you guys to take responsibility for you and what you do moving forward. And that's all that matters. Because that's how you get judged. That's what you will be judged on. Not your past or what you thought you were supposed to do back then. No, right now. I literally had a job working with a woman that was in her 70s. I helped her grow, heal, and evolve. She was in her 70s, y'all. Set in her ways. Taurus energy. But she started moving around. She started doing better for herself. And when God said it was time for me to go, he sent me here. So I understand something. You guys are worthy. Okay? It's not all about, somebody telling you, oh my God, and that person that, yeah, that's cool and all, but you are the masterpiece. You are the most important. Everybody under the sound of my voice is the most important people here right now. You got to do it for you. Any old lies that you have told yourself, you're never too old to change. It's never too late. It's never too late. Stand up and fight the good fight. And the good fight will be for you. Fight your own battles. Tell them demons to go head on now. Tell them you ready to heal. Tell God, tell your spirit guys, they're going to come in and help you. Talk to them. Stop getting distracted by these boys, these girls, these haters. Who cares? Nobody cares. They don't care about their life. Why should you? Care about your own shit, what you got going on for yourself right now there. Never give up on yourself, and you are never alone. You need to always know that, even as a child. I love you guys. I hope this channel message will help you here. It helped you. I feel like I said, my story is going to help you heal your life. And taking time to take us back. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody perfect, like I said. Sometimes we make mistakes, but we always have time to heal and grow from the mistakes that we made in our lives. Right? Um, yeah, choose wisely. All right, you guys, for stopping by today on my channel. Thank you so much for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. Thank you so much for all of your donations. I greatly appreciate it on here and straight to my Cash App or my PayPal. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. And I will be doing another video to what's the tea for today so y'all can know what's the goings ones out here. All right, besides what I was just talking about. Okay. Love your faces. Talk to you guys later.